And I think
Hello and
we're
welcome
live.
to RRR The Breakdown. First Outbreak, Case 7.
It's DELMO'S world.
DELMO'S World. Okay. So you might be so you might be wondering, where's Grayson? I have no idea either.
We have no idea.
So
He's just like, guys, I'm up. I can't do it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure.
it's gonna
That's
be a
fine.
two-man show today.
It's a two-man show. Yep. Yeah. So welcome. Sorry for the delay. There was a lot of technical difficulties and all that stuff, and I just wanted to make sure that everything's going through smoothly. So, but yeah, thanks for coming by. Onto the breakdown. We're still gonna have a show, even if it's shorter. It depends how we go for time. But yeah, how you been, everybody? Yeah, how you been, Tommy?
It's alright. It's slow.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's been
It's
a
been a
it's been
slow
a
week,
crazy
hasn't it?
week.
Yeah.
Considering what have events that happened in Toku World.
Yeah, still hasn't had any changes or anything like that.
Still the fan of being stupid and causing a lot of drama.
Yep.
Not surprised. So
Oh yeah, I heard there's a
might
lot of
talk about it,
drama,
might
but
not. Or the
yeah,
show
we
might
won't
talk
speak on that because that's not in our lane.
Ah, talk enough. Talk enough. Yeah, so,
All right, let's start off with upgrades. All right. You got any upgrades this week?
No.
You don't have any at all?
No, I don't. Don't have any upgrades. I don't know why
Yeah.
you do this
that's
every
alright.
week.
Fine. I'll talk about mine.
There you go.
All right. What did I get anyway? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think I got it. So, I'll just use my Instagram for my upgrades. And if you need to follow Spring Rolls Customs on Instagram. Yeah. Shameless plug. Okay, I'm just gonna show. All right, so I've got a Vargoyle figure, and what else did I get? I got a couple of Marvel Legends. I got Yelena Belova, and the DX Black Widow. I really like the DX Black Widow just because it comes with the stand, has multiple accessories, and yeah, it's a pretty good figure. And the face print technology is awesome. Oh, we got Donnie Pearson here. Hello. And also I got a bunch of stuff from HLJ through DHL because that's the only shipping I could do. So I've got King Express. I got the initial version of Belial, SH Figure Arts, Kamen Rider Vulcan, Shooting Wolf, a couple of Progress keys, and I got a couple of like melee weapons that I could good for it's great for custom figures and all that. And
What do you think of King Express?
All right, so King Express.
Here's the rant.
Okay. Out of the two versions, I only like the dinosaur more. I really like the dinosaur. But otherwise, as a whole mecha, there's a lot of issues there, like lack of the articulation because the chest piece is in the way. It's just, I know that I understand the proportions have to be off. I mean, that's basically Sentai mecha. But also, it's like even like the chest joint, it was kind of loose for me. Like it can come off quite easily. Like even a slight bit of pressure can just pop off. in train mode, it's just it's like when you couple them up together. Oh, hello,
Oh, there's so.
hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
Thanks
I'm
for
sorry I'm
dropping
late.
by.
Sorry I'm late.
Yay, we got
Yeah.
this
Alright.
rehearsal. We were just in the middle of upgrades. So I was just having a rant about King Express. Yeah, so King Express, like even in train mode, it just falls apart really easily, and I don't know. It's just like it looks nice, like from aesthetic, but I don't see myself filling with it as much with Kiramager. And to say that it's superior than other robots is, you know, you know what I mean. You know, it's just to say that it's superior than other robots such as Earth Granna is just a little bit. But anyway, yeah, King Express is fine. I'll keep it as a dinosaur. Hopefully, the white mecha can be used for a little combination later down the track. But otherwise, it's fine. It's not something that you could like reach for easily. Like I mean, like you want to quickly get it. Just wait for it to go on sale or something like that. And
Does it have any compatibility with the other mech?
at the moment,
I'm gonna take that as a no.
Yeah, probably not.
the only thing you can
Yeah,
like
that's
you
fine.
can dislodge what you call it, Shovelo from Kiramager, and you can put in the dinosaur head or the other one on like the chainsaw part, the tail. You can do that, but otherwise, I don't see any compatibility whatsoever. And
That's pretty disappointing.
yeah, and like I think this year I have a feeling there's not gonna be a multi combination or like a huge ass multi combination. Like, I mean, of course we're not gonna have a cluster F. Like, let's just get that straight. We're not going to get it. It's just that it hasn't been done for a while. Like every piece
Yeah.
is used.
It's been a while since we've had one done at least like decently.
Yeah, like the last one we did was like in Go Busters, right? Taking Tantagami Layo aside, that's like where you use nearly every piece. But the recent like the big combination just have leftover pieces and stuff, and I don't know if they're gonna even do that for this time. But I don't know. We'll see. I
Hopefully
don't
they
know.
do.
I just feel like I like the toy line. It's just that it's not going like you can't just say, oh, it is the best robots like of all time. It's not. Let's just get that straight. Yeah, it's just it's fine. But I prefer Kiramager over King Express for the time being. Otherwise, it's a cute little dinosaur. Like I see, like it's cute with my custom Tiramigo or Tiravisario. That's his new name. It's cute, but it's just whatever. But yeah, that's all my upgrades. I got a couple of boxes coming next week, and one of them is actually significantly better robot. Wink. Aerosol, you got any upgrades for us?
I got coffee.
You just stay awake for this show. Yep, I know. You need to be
Oh,
prepared.
dude, I've been so tired all week, man.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
my
me
gosh.
too. I'm sorry for that. I don't know why.
It's been a long week. I just feel it's been a long week for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I
aside,
mean,
I
you
haven't.
guys are in quarantine at the moment, aren't you? I mean, like you're both staying at home, working and studying. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite hard.
But yeah, I mean, aside from that, I watched the Reiwa First Generation movie yesterday. But
Yeah, and how was that?
it's
Oh,
fine. I thought it was a fine movie.
Yeah, it was alright. It was there.
It was, it felt like a really long episode of 01. Really,
Hey, that's pretty good.
with some Geo sprinkled in there.
Yeah, Geo's is there.
That's yeah.
I'll be honest. The only like bits of the movie that kind of don't work super well are the Geo bits.
Yeah, I think.
But the 01 stuff's great. It's
Yeah, I like the 01 stuff.
yeah.
Pretty interesting.
You just have to do that when you have a crossover movie, isn't it? But we can if we have a chance, when we all convene, we can actually discuss further about the movies, the pros and
Yeah,
cons and
Toku
all that. So we'll set that on a later date. But at the moment, we got a couple of upgrades, some from the one-ups on the Discord. So make sure you post it up. I've just got to share. Let's go. Click on this. All right. Also, just want to give it a shout out to, hang on.
Oh yes.
Yes, I
Superpowers.
want to give a personal shout out to Jurassic Samurai on Twitter.
Jurassic.
So follow him at Jurassic Samurai for actually, this is a total new upgrade logo for us. The
looks
breakdown.
cool.
It looks really cool.
well.
Like, so Will got in contact with Jurassic Samurai and yeah, surprised us with a new logo, which is excellent. I really loved it. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. Totally need a new upgrade, even after like a few weeks on on this show. But I think it's great. I really think it's great. Like, looking forward to using this all around social media. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, that's a great upgrade. So we've got a couple of upgrades. We got Mr. Cody Wilson. He won a gift card. Yeah.
Hey.
Congrats.
$20.
$20 gift card. So that's like well, how much are the Lightning Collection figures? That $21.49 USD?
Probably.
Around that price, isn't it?
It might state you have to pay tax for like toys and shit.
Oh, right. So you probably have to pay a little bit extra on top. Hey, it's not bad. $20 discount.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hey, like for us, I think it used to be $30 AUD for us, and then now it's like 35 because our exchange rate's getting worse, which is pretty good. So hopefully you get something nice with that $20 gift card, Cody. So congrats. And he also on the far right, he said he also organized his clothes in Sword and Shield, I think. Yeah, in Pokemon. So he's still playing his Pokemon. I haven't played Pokemon a couple of weeks already, so it's great that you're still playing that game. And then we got Mr. Toku Fan 75. So he found Pokemon Blue. That's an old game. That was not technically my first game I played. It was actually Yellow. I don't know if you guys play Pokemon yourselves.
Mine was Pokemon Fire Red.
Fire Red? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I definitely play Pokemon. my first one was Red. I got
Red?
Blue later. Yeah.
Yeah. Those. I actually watched a YouTuber who was reviewing somebody who was doing a Let's Play in the fastest time possible for Pokemon. Was it Pokemon Red or Blue? It was one of them, and then they finished the game within like an hour and 40 minutes, which is pretty hard out.
Yeah, is that the one where you have to like use a lot of glitches and stuff to
Nah, he
manipulate the
did
game?
it glitchless. He did it glitchless, so like most of the time, he doesn't even go to the Pokemon Center to actually heal, and then he just uses some of the items to actually leave, just to replenish the PPs and all that stuff. And then like he went to gym battles like leaving on the red, his major Pokemon was on red, despite not healing all that stuff. So that's how he got through the game. Also taking off the animations and all that stuff from the attacks, which is pretty. It was pretty scary and hard out. Like when I was like watching it, which is it was pretty impressive though. I think he still got that world record for that. And well, let's see in the comments on there. If that's original, you may have gold right there. Okay. Toku Fan also got Ultraman X, the vinyl doll, and he also got the X Divisor, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
But his doesn't have the Sigma, the live sign for the X.
Oh, you mean he's got the...
He doesn't have the little...
He's got the revamped one, isn't it? The cheaper one?
Probably.
Okay, I think because I think they recently did a lot of
re-releases or something.
yeah, but they took off a lot of the electronics and all those gimmick stuff. Yeah,
Like the little stamp.
yeah.
Stamp.
Yeah. I actually like the X-Divisor. I miss actually playing with that. Oh, I'm gonna dig it up and play with it later now. The track. But yeah, thank you for your upgrade. Yeah, just post it up on the Discord. For under the One Ups tab on for the RR the streets, and yeah, we'll feature it on our show. Next up, we got
Breaking Hero time.
time. All right. Okay, let me just get at this. Breaking Hero time. Let me. Ooh. Oh, stop this. Stop. Okay. And all right, you're Breaking Hero time. Let's start off with Kiramager. Kiramager episode. What is that? Episode 7. So episode 7. So Juru was just like out drawing, just minding his own business, and all of a sudden, these 4, I love them all though, come in and want to train him because they just watched some random TV show how to make a great leader, right? So you have Senna, trying to improve his stamina. Oh no, is it stamina? It was trying to get him to run and improve his stamina, and because he's running a marathon. Yeah. Then you also have Shigeru, who's trying to use his kendo skills to improve I think his sword abilities. And then you also have Sayo, who is have you seen the previous episode that she's an Aikido practicer. She was teaching you how to use hand-to-hand combat. And then I actually like Tamatomo's style of training because he was using his gaming aspect, but also it was kind of like shooting as well using virtual reality. So he got into that, and Drew was just got tired, and there you go. He was getting all delirious and all that. But let me see what's going on with Tommy.
I don't know what happened. My
That's
ear
fine.
is just.
That's fine. Yeah. So then after that, we see 2 of the monsters of the week, brothers, and that was a twist, wasn't it?
What?
Is Tommy frozen? I think it's
what?
frozen. I think Tommy's frozen.
Is he?
Tommy? Oh, he's slow. He's getting slow. Yeah. Slowing down the internet. Yeah, I can see. Can you hear me,
Wait.
Tommy?
I can't tell if he's frozen or just very still.
I don't have no idea what's
Are
going
you
on.
okay? Yeah, that's fine.
You guys were like so slow. Was it me?
Oh, we were slow. Okay.
Hey, we were slow.
What the fuck? Okay.
I was doing a quick summary
Yeah.
on the episode 7 of Kiramager. We're up to the monsters of the week. The 2 brothers. One's the oven. The other one's a refrigerator. Yeah, and it was quite a twist this week because initially Garza was. Yep. That is so true.
What's going
You see, Garza, he was trying to empathize with this.
Roland's like a
young-
robot in my screen.
Hey,
You're like a robot in my screen.
am I? Am I sounding?
Yeah, you're like talking
you
really
are.
slow. Then now you're fine all of a sudden. What's going on?
I think it's just on Tommy's end.
I think it's
Yeah.
Tommy's side. Something
Yeah.
going over there in the States. I mean, your side. Yeah, so Garza was actually on the side of well, pretending to be on the
The
side
guy
of the
with the
refrigerator.
flame guy.
Yeah,
the
but
heater.
but he was actually on the oven guy. And then the reason why is that it wasn't because of who's younger and who's older. It was like who's weaker, which was quite interesting. And I don't know. I think it was a great episode. What do you guys think? Tell me, what are your favorite parts? What's a good? What's a not so great about it? Tell us.
I like this episode.
Yeah.
Just keeping on the Garza thing, I actually like that they used his his relationship with his brother and his sort of rivalry with him to connect him to this week's monster of the weeks. But yeah, like you said, it was kind of a flip of the script. You thought he was empathizing with the younger brother, which I thought was funny. I thought it added kind of some levity to his character, and then they the other shoe dropped, and he turns out he only really cares about like who's stronger, which makes sense. He's a villain.
It does, and like the Kiramagers this week didn't have to do anything to eliminate one of them. It was just guards like, no, get out of my way. We don't need you. I don't need you, and that's quite like that's quite ruthless.
At first, I was a little confused because I'm like, why did he just kill him? Yeah. How does that like help? And then I remembered, right, when they die, they like give energy to summoning the big monster. So it's like, okay, he was using him as a sacrifice.
Yeah.
To get the monster out right away.
Yeah.
He knew that would be the strongest thing.
It was basically two birds in one stone in this situation, and it's it's a very different thing. Like, you don't usually see this in Sentai. You usually have to wait for the Kiramagers to do a big ass finisher, kumbaya, whatever, right? But in this sense, it just adds a bit more ruthlessness and a bit more depth to Garza, how he is. Like, he doesn't take shit from either side, from good or evil. It's all about him, and that's what I like about a villain. And he's on the field all the time, doing his own thing, or not actually. Well, yeah, doing his own thing, but he's right there. You don't we haven't seen that in quite a while in our recent Sentai.
I wonder why. It's almost as if he's a character.
Yeah, we haven't had like a decent like general character. Yeah. When I say general, I mean like a general for an arm, the evil side, not just in general. We haven't had a decent one in a few years. I know a lot of people like Weisel. I didn't hate Weisel, but like
there.
he was just there. He was very comedic, which is fine, but like I don't know, there just hasn't been enough to some of the villains in the past few years to really feel like like a significant opposition. I'm hoping that this is like a good step in the right direction. Like, who knows if it's gonna fall off later on in the series, but
it could be dropped off to episode 10. We'll never know. But so far, 7 episodes, we see Garza a lot, and he's doing a lot, and he went even on the mecha battle. Like, it's just, I know it's for the toy's sake, but like, he's still there. Just I really appreciate what they're doing right now for Kiramager in terms of like how they're treating the villains. It's something that we haven't seen since Tokuja. You know what I mean? It's just, it has a lot of depth, and I want to see more of that coming on.
Yeah.
Not repetitively the same thing, but I want to see more dimension for him. And I feel like maybe we might even end up rooting for him. I don't know. We'll see. But because I love the Kiramagers though, but like, it's just that I like the villains too. Except the Tarantula guy, he hasn't done much, but he's basically creating the monsters. He's basically the finster of what's going on.
Yeah.
But what about like how the characters are on this?
I really like the beginning of the episode with all the training. Now it's like the role reversal of all the 4 other Kiramagers trying to help him become a better leader in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that it's they all watched the same TV show last night and got the same idea.
What a coincidence!
Yeah, what coincidence.
It's pretty amusing to me. I like that they are like unlike the some of the Tamatomo stuff where it's like, oh, I should be leader, which thankfully is kind of like tapered off. I like that this wasn't them looking at him being weak and being like, we should probably get rid of him and like, I should be leader kind of thing. It was, he's our leader. We got to do our best to like help him and make him stronger. And I like that they're like, he should be the strongest of us. So like we need to like give him help. And I like towards the beginning of the episode, I was like, okay, so the catch here is going to be either he's good the way he is because he's creative and that's his thing, or it's going to be, well, everybody has a role and they can cover for each other. But like halfway through the episode, they actually addressed that. They actually just straight up, I think it was Sayo who's like telling I can't remember Green's name. Telling her like, he was telling her like, well, you have stamina covered. Just like what I like that they addressed that, because it makes me think either we're not going to get that as the resolution, or we're going to get a little bit of a different take on it.
Yes,
I don't know. But they are just like setting up for like, oh yeah, that was the answer all along. But
I feel like, because it's going to be a two-parter, which is not very, very common, right? I feel like he will have some sort of improvement, but also he has some sort of natural talent. And like, oh yeah, he's strong the way he is, and
I totally see it from both sides. Like, he's got his role that he's really good at, but also he is the weakest physically of all of them.
He is, and
he's an art student.
Both,
Lack
of life experiences. He's not trained in any martial art or in a particular field where he's focusing. He's just more of a artistic type of ranger. And you usually don't see that, the red being the weakest. Usually you see that in a like, not a second in command, like usually the comedic character usually are the weakest, but being the lead, but you're the leader, you're the you have to be the most agile, strongest, whatever. This reminds me a lot from Kung Fu Panda. Have you guys watched Kung Fu Panda?
No.
So it was a comparison to Kung Fu Panda because Po was destined to be the dragon warrior amongst the 5 martial artists. I mean, there's 5 martial artists already experts, and then you have Po that comes in, who's the chosen dragon warrior, but he has no martial arts experience. He's just a fan. So at first, Master Shifu just rejects Po and doesn't want to train him, doesn't do anything. But he realized that if he trains him and nurtures him, he will become powerful later on down the track. And that's what he did. He became powerful down the track because he got guidance from the 5 masters plus Master Shifu. So I feel like that was kind of happening with Kiramager. Everybody knows that, he's the leader, but they're like, nah, this is our duty. We're going to help him become stronger with our own talents. And they did it really well. Like every single ranger had their own talents, and it was done well. Hopefully they keep going at it throughout the episode time to time again, and I really liked it. I just want to give a shout out to Sayo's actress. She was so different compared to when she was Canon from Ghost. Have you guys noticed? Like, her acting was better. I prefer her.
I don't even remember who Canon was.
It was Spectre's sister.
Oh, okay.
Crybaby's sister. Yeah.
I know who she was. All I remember is like she was in the eyeball.
She
and,
was
she
like-
was like Billy the
Just
Kid.
there, but she was there all the time in Ghost, and I'm just like, oh, you get to see a different light in her when she's playing this character.
It's almost as if she has range because she's an actress.
Yeah.
And, like they're using all of her talents for the
It
show.
was so good. It's so good. That I'm glad that she
What
got
a thought.
Yeah, I mean, like, her acting ability was wasted on Ghost, and I feel like when she went into this show, she just flourished, and I really like that. She has a nice regal sense about her when she was teaching her Aikido. But also, what I want to say, so we were up to where we were up to,
And I liked how Blue was probably the most serious and the most like out of all four of them. It was just funny.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He's actually got kendo. He has kendo training from high school. I think the actor addressed that on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He does.
Because in the
have,
show, it seems like he's a stuntman.
Yeah. But he was actually doing a kendo practicer back in.
That's cool.
Yeah, in high school
Wow.
days.
my favorite joke in the episode was Blue kind of like divvying up the hours in the day and being like, okay, if we give him 3 hours to eat and sleep, then we can have, X amount of hours each with some time left over for his kendo training. And Sayo comes in and is like, we can't do that. Everybody should get equal time. It wasn't like this isn't healthy. We should all get equal time.
Yeah, that's right. That was funny because I thought she was actually going to say, "Oh, that's going to affect his brain function and all that stuff," but not. It's like we just need equal time with him. She wasn't thinking like a doctor at that time. Yeah, and then so Garza just eliminated the refrigerator monster. So then they went straight to the mecha battle, and then what happened was the big dino came back, and I was excited for that. Not for the toy.
That was a good mecha fight. I really like that.
Yeah, I thought he was good. They were going to debut King Express that week, but it was a bit too soon, I thought. So, but they did some visions of, the Machine Express coming in, and we'll find out next week, like how that came to be. Huh? Was it from King Oridan?
What? Oh shit! Was he?
Okay.
Pretty sure it was, right? Was he in the episode?
Or
was it next week?
No, there's gonna be some sort of connection between Garza and Drew, of course. But I'm not sure like how that train came to be, because I mean he didn't have his he was just imagining it. He wasn't created or anything. It must be created from an outsider or something like that. Which is is there anything else we need to address in the episode?
No, I mean Kiramager's been on a good
I do
track
like
so
about Kiramager's fucking amazing.
7 episodes.
He's on a really good track.
He's already better
Yeah.
than what last year's Sentai presented. I'm just saying.
I remember I don't remember what happened the past 7 episodes of Resoldier.
there's stuff in Real Soldier I like, but a lot of it just didn't work, unfortunately. They wasted a lot of potential, and I feel like Kiramager's trying to capitalize on some of the potential. So
I'm expecting to see filler episodes after episode 10, but I hope they're really good.
For sure. I mean,
they're good. Yeah, we have to see more.
And I don't know about the delays, because they got episodes until May, but like I don't know, because a lot of the anime recently have been delayed now.
It's fine.
Because of this, this virus.
The virus.
So
because
of the thing affecting the world. Right?
The virus. Yeah, it's fucking
the virus.
Deal.
So a lot of the anime has been delayed. It's including especially the Pokemon anime has been delayed as well. So
the Digimon?
Yeah, Digimon, Fruits Basket, all those anime is being delayed. So I'm thinking it's going to happen in the Tokusatsu area as well. So despite that, the episodes are going to be covering halfway through May or something like that. I have a feeling it's going to be some sort of couple of weeks, 3 weeks hiatus.
Which is fine. I
Well, I know
think
the actor's back, but then
Yeah.
again, like with the social distancing and the complexities of actually taping the show, it might be affected. So we'll see.
Yeah. I wonder if that means like a limited number of episodes this season.
Yeah,
Because I think they'll probably want to keep their premiere slots.
which is fine. Because maybe the
Which is
writer
unfortunate, but then
make it
again,
streamlined. The writer will make it streamlined in a way.
if they can make it
That's the only
streamlined and they don't have to film any filler, why not
Yeah.
just do harder all story? Like if it goes up to episode 40 and stops there, then
Yeah,
makes
that's fine.
the remainder 33 episodes on the dot, straight to the point story. Like you don't have to do filler. That's fine.
Or just have an episode where they're on Zoom. They're on the Zoom call or
You
something.
never know. They might end up doing an episode.
Have
related to
Shigeru do a documentary episode. Make it look like
What?
they're just going to the life of Shigeru, and then
I mean, they got a lot of time to rewrite a lot of things. So. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for Kiramager. Looking for next week. So moving on to 01.
01.
01 01.
We're up to episode 32. So based on our title, we have a new Humagi that appeared. Her name is Delma.
Guys, I just want to say I just love seeing Thouser getting his ass kicked once again.
Yep.
This week. It's great to see.
For me, I think everybody likes Thouser getting his ass kicked every week, but personally, I just think, is it
Just want to be a comedic character.
Is either can you get killed now or like
Be a
you get an
comedic
upgrade?
character.
You know what I mean?
Or
like
downgrade.
or downgrade.
Yeah, next week looks like it's gonna be, Yua finally
Oh, finally.
flashing out.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like they've been holding off a little too long to
Yeah.
get to that point.
So in this episode was focused on again on Naki, which is still implanted in Fuwa's brain, and so they're trying to bring out the inner Naki out of him. So you have Zaya who's trying to make Naki, but controlling Naki. But you also have the Metsubo Jinrai trying to. That's an old man. Yeah, so you also have Metsubo Jinrai trying to free Naki out of Fuwa. So you have those two things going on.
And I
And
love
then-
that. I love that
Yeah.
there's like memes of like on Twitter I've seen of Naki and Fuwa being camera double. So
Is it?
it makes
wouldn't
sense
be
because they're
shocked.
basically, huh?
You know
did you
what?
say?
I wouldn't be shocked if Naki does come out of Fuwa and then she materializes into a human gear body and then becomes herself. And then later on in the V cinema, you never know. Fuwa and Naki could end up doing a fusion kind of thing. You never know. I could imagine that.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're technically she's inside of him.
Yeah, so like
In
if
a
they take
way.
out that chip, if they take out that chip, that data out of his brain, and then
The 2-in-1
materialize
Kamen Rider,
into his body.
basically.
Hey,
The 2-in-1 Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider the one. Kamen Rider the
Kamen
one.
Rider protecting the soul of what's the town called?
Daybreak.
Protecting the soul of Daybreak.
Oh yeah. So Aruto was actually resurrecting Delma, and then I think they were trying to get some good publicity to bring back Human Gears, right? That was the point of the episode, right? Delma was quite a the one-off character.
She's pretty sassy.
she's pretty sassy. She doesn't give it. She doesn't. She shows her pride. She's showing off that she is proud to be a human gear. She doesn't want to
Like
hide
she gives
it.
no fucks about anyone. Like
She
she's
does
like,
not
just
give a
just do it, man. Come on.
And you need a lot of people like standing up for themselves. You know,
Yeah,
it's
standing
like,
up for themselves.
who the hell are you?
She's
You know what I
basically
mean?
saying, stop being a little bitch and stand up for yourself. Basically.
Yeah. But I like her like
Yeah.
as a one-off character. She's not.
I
I don't know.
like the idea of Humagear having pride. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how
Yeah.
they brought it up too because they acknowledged how the actor used like technology to filter out his ears.
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, I don't need to. I like being a Humagear. I don't need to pretend." So,
That's right. That's right. And yeah, and it was a good opportunity for her to show that, you know, human gears are like, you know, we're just like you, because she achieved singularity, right? So she has developed her own personality. She's thinking for herself. She wants to let everybody know, you know, human gears are just as humanistic as humans are. So like we have their own, you know, dreams, goals, whatever you know want to say, and they were trying to do that for Naki as well when Jin was kidnapping what's his name, Mr. Fuwa, and then trying to bring out his inner Naki and saying like, you know, don't you have a dream? And you know, you're allowed to have a dream. You're allowed to feel what you feel. You know what I mean? Like I really like how they're trying to do that for Naki, and that was the catalyst for her to actually break off from being away from being controlled from Zaya. So
I'm surprised how quickly it happened. Like
yeah,
we
Yeah, it was quite-
we haven't had Naki kind of as a plot point for too long, and then
yeah,
now you know.
it was
I
quite
think
quick.
ever since like Rampage around that time, or even before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also they were trying to do the two birds one stone thing. So they're trying to get Naki to have a dream, and then also they're trying to get Yua to have a dream. So you're trying to
Everyone get a dream. You get a dream. You get a dream.
yeah. So
Everyone gets a dream.
it's like a reverse kind of thing. Like the human gears are kind of teaching Yua, you know, you're a human. Why can't you have a dream? You know what I mean? Like, so then you can see in the episode like she's having some sort of epiphany going on, and
It was like the firefighter episode, sort of.
Yeah.
The same kind of
Yeah.
vein where like the human gear firefighter learn. Wait, no. The human firefighter
yeah,
kind of learned from the other human gear that he was the real firefighter. He learned that like, oh, he had some guts to save the
So basically, like you have human gears and humans. They're teaching it like to remind each other. You know, we have some sort of commonality going on, and you know, make sure that you do have that. So that's what I really appreciate what they were going for Yua in this instance. So next week you'll see her thinking for herself finally.
Hopefully, from that
'Cause I'm
preview,
tired of
and it's
her
not just a
being
hoax.
like she needs to have a spotlight on. You know what I mean? We need some more
Yeah.
backstory about her because I don't think we've had a backstory for her, have we?
No, we've never found out why she's working for him.
Yeah. So we need to
So-
start knowing
Yeah.
about that because it's already episode 33, and
That shit.
yeah, like it's pretty much like more than halfway through the season, and we need to know more about her because otherwise she's just gonna be very forgettable. Just let's be honest. Like they need to focus on her a bit more.
She was promising at the beginning, but then
Hey?
didn't really.
Yeah, she was good. Like
promising.
she's good. She's a good character. Like I
Yeah.
don't mind her.
I don't
the
mind her
problem is
too.
what's written for her in the show that I'm a
They-
little bit.
They've just held off too long, or at least I
Yeah.
hope. I hope there's something, and they've just held off for far too long.
Yeah.
If it turns out that there's nothing, then yeah, that's gonna be real disappointing.
It's real disappointing. I mean, she is the tertiary writer, so she should have some sort of focus.
Jin's gotten more focused than she.
I
was.
know. That's what's
Yeah,
surprising.
Jin. I would agree.
So I don't know who is the real tertiary writer in this instance. Is it Jin or is it actually you? I don't know.
I don't know.
Find
We'll
out.
decide in the comments.
Leave your shitty opinions on the
Is-
Discord.
Is Chalice is Chalice the secondary writer?
What else is there to
Can we
address?
talk about the fashion show? Like, I love
Yeah.
the marketing behind this show. Like those actors. Like there was a photo of them doing a fashion show, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, why are they in a fashion show? That's weird. And like here we are in the episode. I was like, oh, that makes so much
So it was
sense.
based
So
around that. Yeah.
that was crazy. I would not expect that.
Because we've been doing a lot of two birds, one stone kind of things. Like, have
Yeah.
you noticed? Like, it falls into place. And I love Izu. She's great. She's like
She is great.
she's one of my favorite characters. Female heroines, basically. She's basically a female heroine. But she looks great in the fashion show, and Aruto looks fun. Even though he's still his clumsy
You have
self,
no idea what the fuck's going on.
he's still staying as his authentic self, but he's very relatable. Like, I could see myself tripping and looking confused.
Yeah, I don't want to get ahead of like you guys discussing the movie in a future date, but
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say something I kind of clicked with me while watching it was why I like Aruto so much. Seeing him compared to seeing him side by side with Sogo.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's because he's so genuine.
Yes.
He's so we get a lot of protagonists, especially in Sentai. This happens a lot where they have the weird catchphrases that they yell out, and
Crackling.
Sometimes it
Crackhead.
feels kind of forced. Like, that was a big sticking point for a lot of people with Ninja, was the main character's catchphrase and how it just didn't really feel right. With Aruto, even with his catchphrase, it feels genuine because that actor is so charming and he feels like he's genuinely having fun, and everything he's saying feels so realistic.
It's almost as if he's doing a good job as an actor.
It doesn't feel like he's forcing his goofball role. It just feels like he is one. It just feels like he is silly, and I think that's why it keeps a character that could otherwise be really annoying from being really annoying.
Hey, Josh.
Hello, Josh Perry in the chat.
Yes, I want Izu to have a driver, of course. I would love her to have one.
Hopefully it's not.
But
just
I do agree, Aerosol, because you can see in an actor's eyes, or even their facial appearances, how they portray their role, and I could totally see the actor really appreciating what he's doing right now, and I think he's embracing what he's been given, and I can see everybody else, they're enjoying their roles. I love the cast. I don't know, I just love them. Like, I don't see them anything wrong with them as in acting. I don't see whatever they were given as a role, it just matches them. It just flows.
And the writing too, the scripts they're given is pretty.
They've casted really good actors.
Flesh them out even more.
Yeah, it's been great. I just hope 01 ends in a great note. It's been good.
It's been really good. I would take this. Around this point, Geo was kind of slowly, just turned around a little bit. You know, it was almost in a car accident, but it skewed away a little bit somehow. Avoided that car accident.
The further away from Geo I get, the more I realize it's fun for moments.
Yeah,
it has some fun moments to look back on, but I don't give a shit about any of those characters. I wish I did. I really do, but they showed up in the crossover. I'm like, okay, you're here. I didn't feel that excitement, you know. Whereas, I feel like I would feel that for this cast.
Because you have an unrealistic protagonists there. You have the heroine was barely doing anything. You also have Gates, who is very undecisive.
Worst Terminator ever.
Like it's just like a poor Terminator, and then you also have Woz. Like he's all right, but he's just a meme, basically.
And they didn't like. There's a lot of potential there with Woz that they
You need to do Prognosatsu.
Yeah.
We're getting off track.
Yeah, but like I'm just it's still related. Like
it does go to emphasize
it goes
how
to
much we enjoy 01.
Yeah, and fight scenes are great. It was great to see us. What was the other one? Assault Wolf.
Oh well.
Yeah, it was great. Great to see Thouser getting his ass kicked again, but I think I'm getting a little bit tired of it.
Oh yeah, I like. I want to mention. I think he'll mention in the. I want to mention Cody Wilson.
Yeah.
Like he posted a picture of like how like Delmo was going out of the door. Like she was like she opened the door at the building and then Yuo was about to kill her, and then, like she looked down and the building. There's like no.
Oh
area. And it's like what kind of design was that for a movie?
Oh yeah. True. Oh yeah, she hurt her leg and all that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she had to fall.
That's okay. She can be fixed up.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
wanting to be a good Demon King.
I mean, I can. I don't know about these guys, but I
I can't either. I don't even know if that's the occupation. I can. Like, I think being a comedian is possible. I mean, is it worth it? Probably not in this economy.
I'm not. I don't have bipolar, so I can't be a good and demon at the same time. So I can't relate.
I can't relate being a good demon. I do know. Fuck, I don't even know what to say.
All right, let's move on to Power Rangers.
Wait, Aerosol? You want to say something?
Well, I was gonna mention just a couple small things.
Sure.
I like most people. I kind of just want them to move forward with the guy thing. You know, but I did at least enjoy that he has started to use strength in numbers, because it was more of like, okay, separate everybody, get them distracted, and focus on the target kind of thing, which almost worked. He still got his ass kicked, but you know, I at least, if he's not going to be as strong as everybody else, he should try to be smarter. But aside from that, this probably isn't anything anyone else has thought about, because it's probably super obvious, but I like that this sort of confirms that the singularity, the like sentience that they gain, is contained within their data, their little what their keys,
AI chip,
and not like limited to their bodies, because she woke up sentient. She woke up already in singularity. Like it keeps it
backs up.
Keeps your data.
Yeah, right. I don't know how that works. So like, okay, so
I think she was already in singularity, right? Because they found her.
So she was in singularity before, right? And then
I thought for me, I thought she was already in singularity when like they woke her up.
So she was in singularity, and then that was stored back up into the cloud, right? When they did the shutdown. So based on the time that whatever they are, everything's backed up, right? Then after that, when they decided to put all the memories into the different progress keys or professional progress keys, and then upload it onto a new human gear body. All the data's there. Is that how it works? With the backup?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
It seems like, because I mean, we've seen that they've kept their memories after being backed up. This was just like, it was the first time we had seen someone or one of the Huma gears actually wake up and be like within singularity right off the bat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it was like a nice little confirmation of something that maybe didn't need to be confirmed and isn't like super addressed, but
yeah. But remember that human gear who turned to a Magia while he was playing a security guard in the early episodes of 01, right? Remember he got destroyed?
Yeah.
And then he came back, but he totally lost all his memories, so that wasn't backed up.
But he
Zaya.
never reached singularity, or at least I don't believe he did.
I don't think he did.
Isn't it to become a Magia, you have to achieve singularity?
Maybe.
Isn't it? You had to achieve singularity, then activate becoming.
It could be.
Because remember, Jin, he puts in the Zetsu Maraiza when someone achieves singularity, right? So what happened is, when they turn to a Magia and get destroyed, then after he came back, but all the memories are gone, and he doesn't have his singularity, and he was just a trainee.
Was he though? Like, we didn't even speak. Like, he didn't speak after that. He like
he
we saw him, but that was
he
it.
He didn't recognize Aruto though. He would otherwise go up to Aruto. And stuff,
I don't think he reached singularity because I don't think singularity wasn't really.
Or he was in the early stages of singularity.
Yeah, early, but not fully developed. No way.
Oh, okay. We'll have to think about that one because like there was a bit of confusion.
I think at that point they're just random Huma gears.
Okay, so it wasn't about achieving. There was on the way of achieving, but they didn't reach singularity.
Yeah, they didn't reach.
Okay, they didn't. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't think it happened with the sushi chef either.
Because they didn't explore the concept of singularity until around middle of the show.
Right. And then the Magias again, like after when Zaya appeared, they reached singularity, but then again they got angry singularity. Then after they turned to a Magia themselves without using the Zetsu Magia. Okay, I got it now. Okay, there we go. Right.
See,
there we go. All problem solved.
Problem solved.
We're doing. I don't know. It's like math, but it's math.
It's not really hard. You just gotta pay attention.
So we got Power Rangers episodes.
Beast Morphers.
Beast. Yeah. Episode.
Okay, Aerosol didn't watch it.
Yeah, Aerosol. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Somehow. Yeah. What do you think about it?
Really low quality. Wait, did you watch it?
I did, but I think I fell asleep at the end. Like I think
was that Kevin in the beginning? Because that does not look like Kevin from Samurai. That's Kevin from Samurai. I'm like, what? That does not look. Samurai, yeah, Samurai for Kevin, the swimmer. I'm looking at this photo. It's Will.
Hi again.
We're out to Beast Morphers. Did you
watch
Will,
did you watch Beast Morphers? You watched it, right?
Yeah, that's why I said
Am I crazy? Or is that's not Kevin, right? For Samurai?
Wait,
in the beginning of the episode?
Oh, yeah, that's stock footage of Kevin from Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They used stock footage of Kevin and then the Levi Weston posters.
Okay. That was crazy. That was
yeah.
It looked like Kevin.
See, I didn't even pay attention. I think it was like falling asleep.
I didn't notice it when I was watching it, but then someone said it later, and I just kind of believed it because I saw the Levi Weston posters. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like something they'd do.
Oh, okay.
Right. I have to watch it. All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
That was like a horrible thing to happen, honestly.
What happened in this episode? It was
Ravi was being an asshole for some reason.
Yeah, Ravi was really into weightlifting. He just wanted to see guys lift heavy shit.
And
it's a will. It's not something scary like a Josh.
It's a will. It's a will needle.
It's a will needle.
Did he end up lying in the drawer? Like he I didn't see that part. Like, did he rig the drawer the three of
No, he didn't rig the drawer or do anything shady or anything. Okay.
Because I actually fell asleep at the end of the episode, so I didn't know what happened.
Okay. Him and Steel, they got to go watch the weightlifting or whatever. So the other 3 had to go do maintenance on the towers, which I don't really get that, because shouldn't Grid Battle Force have like employees that do that shit?
Yeah,
It's like why are they sending the Rangers to do that?
like,
That seems weird.
Betty, even though they fuck up.
Yeah,
the whole...
honestly, why not just get Ben and Betty to do that? Like,
it was the logic. What is logic, eh? Like,
yeah. But yeah, so yeah, they fight the monster. He throws the fucking dumbbell thing on them, and then Ravi beats him. He did a lot of talk. He did a lot of talking.
I was surprised with Ravi this week. I just like he was written very differently. I don't know who.
I didn't like it. I felt like it was kind of out of character for him.
Wouldn't he be the one like caring about the mission over like some other like his hobbies?
Yeah, like the most dedicated to Grid Battle Force all of a sudden wants to like just say fuck it to his duties and go watch a weightlifting competition. That doesn't. I'm sorry. That doesn't track with me. So
yeah, it was something Devin would do, not.
Yeah,
not
I could believe Devin wanting to see if it was like a video game competition or some shit.
Yeah,
but if it's Ravi, it really didn't make sense for his character to be behaving this way. It's one of those instances. It's like that episode with Steel a few episodes ago, where they take a character I usually like and they do something stupid and out of character with them, and it makes them annoying for the sake of for the sake of the moral, which is what it came down to.
It was weird.
It was just really forced. It literally could have been anyone else except Ravi. It would have made more sense.
Yeah. Oh, it was quite bizarre, and also.
And then we had Boxertron.
The Megazord fight.
Yeah, the Kamen. Okay, they have Kelson Henderson there, right? Kelson Henderson was Flit in Jungle Fury, who commentated on many a Megazord battle. Kelson Henderson should have been commentating this Zord battle because this was just not good.
It was like some generic monster.
He was like, "Oh, he's throwing a punch." It's like, have you ever watched any wrestling or boxing commentary? Like, have you ever watched literally anything like? Have you watched that ever in your life? Guy who's voicing this, or people who are writing this episode? Because this is not it. This is not what you do. Like, I don't know. It seemed very uninspired. It's like they're narrating what's happening. And it's like, that's not what the commentators are supposed to be doing. The commentators, they're not narrators. That's not the point of commentary in boxing and wrestling. They're there to like add a layer for the viewer to enjoy it, and it's, I don't know. This is definitely one of the weaker episodes for sure. It wasn't bad, because it could have been it could have been way worse compared to what we've gotten, compared to what these writers have given us in years. Like, this is very tame. This could have gone really badly. Mm-hmm. It was fine though. It was still enjoyable. You got the little nods to continuity, whatever the hell that is. You got the poorly photoshopped Levi Weston posters everywhere. They can't even print out a fucking poster. They gotta take a JPEG and squash it and digitally put it on a wall.
God.
But it's fine. It's whatever.
Ben and Betty weren't in the episode.
Ben and Betty were not in it at all. So I think that's good. Give us a little bit of a break, because they've been really kind of insufferable lately. So give us a little bit of a break. Hopefully next week, tomorrow, in the mid-season finale, they do contribute something. If anything, even there, they might disappear. Who knows? They might go the way of good Blaze and Roxy.
God.
Wait, why did you just let Ben and Betty do the maintenance work?
That's what I mean. I don't get why the Rangers are doing the freaking Grid Battle Force bitch work. That makes no sense. That's why you have employees. Okay, That's
They
why
could have put Cole. They could have got Cole to do it. The
Right.
security guard they fired. They could have got him to do it.
Yeah, exactly. They literally they
Obviously,
could
they don't have
have
the funds
the
to,
Rangers
pay.
did not have to be doing this at all. Like
It would
Ravi's
be-
whole little huffy fit was for nothing. And I will say this is the only the next thing I want to bring up. The thing I was disappointed with. I mean, I was expecting to be disappointed by it. Pan Global Games was just a name drop, wasn't anything more. I was thinking it would be really cool if they like tied it into the big crossover they're doing. Somehow they got Amy Jo Johnson to do something for Power Rangers, and like it just went under the radar completely. But clearly that didn't happen, so which is unfortunate. I mean, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
These guys are notorious for just random name drops for the sake of a name drop.
Mhm.
And, you know, you got to look at it as it's the Power Rangers universe equivalent of the Olympics.
Yep.
They don't have the Olympics; they have the Pan Global Games, and that's just how you gotta look at it, and that's fine. You know, it's whatever. It's at the very least a nice nod to continuity, which is again something Beast Morphers has done really good. They've referenced things like Nasada and you know, various other villain factions and stuff like that. Things in the main Power Rangers universe that are long established and make sense. So I'm happy that they're still continuing that. So that's fine.
It was the debut of the Mecha Battle this week.
Oh yeah, the Beast X
Ultrazord.
Ultrazord.
Yay!
Yeah.
I missed that out.
Are
That
we
was
getting a
the
toy of
first-
that? Probably
Hopefully.
not. I hope so, but probably.
I hope so, because
I don't think we're
I'm
gonna
not
end up
getting
getting a
that
Scrozzle figure. I don't think we're gonna end up getting like we'll get like the collection figures, but we won't get a
Yeah.
Scrozzle figure. We won't get the Megazord. What else are we not gonna get? Are we still getting that
Crossbow.
Skin Sword?
Does anyone think it's weird that they are not even making toys of the Go Busters toys and are instead making replacements for the Go Busters toys?
Makes no sense.
Instead of the visor, instead of the custom visor, they're
Yeah.
doing Beast X King Morpher, okay? And then instead of the briefcase gun,
Yep.
they're doing a freaking giant lion bow and arrow and a sword.
Yep.
It's like, why are you making more toys? You're not even making toys for the things that are toys.
And I like how
and it's even in the show, and then they still don't
Right.
wanna
It's
end up
like,
Yeah.
I mean, then again, we've only seen the briefcase gun thing in the cockpit. Maybe they might not use it outside. I know in Go Busters they only used it like once or twice. They didn't use it very often. So that one I could be a little bit more forgiving for. But like the visor, that's what they used to go into Beast X mode, not the freaking lion thing. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
and it's
It
funny how Go Busters has one of the shortest toy lines. Doesn't have a lot of shit in it.
Right. It's like you can take all the
What's
stuff
not?
from Go Busters plus the things you're making new toys for. And that's the weird part for me because, like, okay, so again, Beast Morphers was only 2 months away from filming when Hasbro acquired it, right? So
Yeah.
all of this at the time when they were making it was made under the assumption that Bandai was going to be making the toys still because they didn't know yet. Okay, so were they gonna just make all the other stuff? Like, were they gonna make the visor and the freaking briefcase gun and the sword and the bow and arrow? Like, what was gonna happen? Like, I don't know. It was really
It's
weird.
a mess.
I don't
It's
know.
a mess, and
Yeah.
we still got the issues with the distribution of the actual toys and cells as well as the figures. So,
Yeah. So
um,
I don't know. It's freaking. I mean, I'm still enjoying Beast Morphers, but man,
Yeah.
there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that's just like really weird. I
I
really hope they get their crap together next adaptation.
it's just
when it
going
comes
to be
toys.
where season 1 is actually going to be better than season 2. That's
Like,
just-
for some reason, I can imagine them because they're doing Reese Soldier. I can imagine them doing the main sword like the Reese Soken, but then for some reason, I don't think they'll do like the second sword, like the cape one, right? And they'll make up a whole new weapon, but make a toy for that for some
You
reason.
wanna it's gonna be a cannon of
It's like
some
the ones
sort.
you want in the show aren't gonna get made.
Right? It's like the ones. Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be some sort of Nerf
fucking
gun, and they're not gonna end up using it, or they are gonna use it in the cockpit. I don't know. For sure,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I
something
don't
like
know.
that.
Anyway.
Even though it's a night theme, they're gonna use some sort of gun. I know they used it for far out.
You don't know that medieval knights used to use guns? They were some of the first warriors to use
Yeah.
guns historically.
They're the ones who invented gunpowder, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
So is there anything else we need to address in this episode? Because I'm
I don't think so.
Not really. Tomorrow's probably gonna be hopefully the best episode of the season. I don't know, because like
Hopefully.
everyone's hyping up the Zoe. And
About
Nate
every-
thing.
They're gonna kiss. If they don't fucking kiss, I'm sorry. This is so ridiculous that we're in 2020 and we are just clamoring for two characters to kiss in this damn show. That's all we want. Like that's
I know,
all we
right?
want. Like,
Hey, you never know. Like in that scene that we've been seeing, like they're
Damn,
about to
like,
get
how
interrupted.
hard is it to just show some affection towards someone? Like, damn it.
Maybe at the end they might do like a quick, sneaky like peck or something on the lips
Right,
at the
yeah.
end, like to show that. Oh yeah, finally they did kiss.
So obnoxious.
But Ben and Benny is gonna disturb them for sure.
It's gonna like fade to black or something, and it'll just say "to be continued" in. Or they'll be like an inch away, and then the portal will open, and that's when the Dino Charge Rangers fall out, and that's when the crossover starts next season.
We got some shitty opinions. We got 2, by the way, so that's good.
All right.
Do you want to talk about Cody Wilson, Tommy? If there's anything that you like there,
right.
whatever he said.
Yeah, let's talk about Cody Wilson. I like talking about Cody Wilson all the time.
Cody Wilson.
He's a fucking guy. I'm just kidding.
Beast Morphers. That was okay. Racing Zord trap building, being outnumbered was cool. Having Ultra Sword, breaking and making sense and wasn't forced. 8 out of 10. 0-1. Nice to see everyone hates human gears. Also cool to see Naki and Fugo working together. Herd guy, but he wonders about the legal aspect of destroying human gears that Naruto has the rights. 8 out of 10. Kiramager. He likes Jur being the weakest and the team helping him to become stronger, and he liked how Garza tricked the freezer and got rid of him because he was the weakest. And Garo, because he's the only one that watches it. He said, it's nice that Lowe's appeared to be 2 episodes each. I have no idea what that means. Cool. And then he said, I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it's not kill people. Again, you can if you want. What? Okay. But it looked like the tit budget. What? Tit budget?
What?
That's an old joke from the old show.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Brian and I used to joke about the tip budget in Garo.
But no.
Oh,
Where's
There has
the
been 0 tit budget used. and
Really?
I am
Yeah.
disappointed.
That's because Garo Yama used it all up.
Oh, no. Okay, that's Cody Wilson.
I got Ryogano.
Yeah,
What
please.
I like what he said that siblings are a pain. Yeah, sometimes they are. Sibling rivalry is it's pretty heavy on this on Kiramager with Dartha, which is pretty. I like how they do it. It's very prevalent in other media as well. And then also he pointed out that we've noticed that Horobi and Jin is back together. They're like, incompatible. Oh no, they're getting along now. Like they're back together as Mentor Jinrai. So
Mhm. Except Jin
I like
is the
to see
main.
where they're going on from that. Hey,
Except Jin is the main bitch now.
yeah. I mean,
Hirobi is just. He's just there to get smacked.
Jin is the alpha. Roby's the beta.
I have
Exactly.
a feeling Roby's gonna end up dying again for some reason. I'm just having that eerie feeling about him. It's just
I don't know. I wasn't
Hirobi
expecting
is
Jin to be where he's at, so I have a feeling they still have a surprise up their sleeve with Hirobi.
Yeah, and then we'll still have to find out what's that new villain that's gonna come this coming month. So we'll find out if it's either one of them or a totally new person.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's excited to see you kicking Guy's ass next week. Hopefully that'll be the last time we see Guy getting his ass kicked. And yeah, bring on the next villain after Guy, because I am kind of sick of Guy being the main villain now. Like honestly. I am.
Well, it's about the time to start like ramping up towards the final conflict. So
Yeah, it's
So,
about time.
Guy
It's about that.
Guy is not the person for the final conflict, and we know that much. So
Oh
he needs-
God, no,
needs to start
no. It's
moseying
either
his
he
way.
dies or just die and leave.
I don't even
That's
care
it.
if he dies at this point. It's just
Yeah.
whether or not he. I just want him to see get overpowered and just kind of shift focus from him. Even if he just kind of stays present and just kind of takes a back seat, that's fine. But yeah. Anyway,
All right. So next up, we've got Prognosatsu.
Prognosatsu.
Toku gimmick items. What you like, what you don't like, what you want to see.
Okay, I think. Hold on. I think I can just speak for all of us unanimously. Gimmick items with sounds and lights are always better than ones without them. Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
I
and then
actually
also,
agree with.
also they have to have non-on switch.
Yes.
Or-
Yes.
Okay, Bandai.
Take note,
Takara told me
Bandai.
to do it with a tiny ass like
Yeah.
Hot Wheel size car. Why can't you do it with anything?
You have been warned, Bandai.
Right.
I'm not gonna take your spot.
Right, exactly. Come on, man. It's not hard.
If we're on the topic about the lights and sound gimmicks, can we
Mhm.
say the worst one?
Oh,
my
the
opinion?
Ninja Stars.
Yeah, the Ninshuriken,
Shurikens.
the one in the Ninja.
I mean, if only for the fact that they didn't really make sense as stars because they were just fucking hockey pucks. But
They were like, I was done with it. Like after like the same, it was basically the same sounds. It was just like the name of the the color of the ranger.
Shuriken.
Yeah, that's it. Like I do like the ones from the mecha because they have different sounds from, like when you touch the pin on activating on the.
And they
the
can't
mecha
even get wet. They can't even get wet at all. They're out of 10.
I mean, they're not supposed to be wet, or else you break it.
Yeah, exactly.
The only complaint was Shurikenjin's Ninja Shuriken because the battery drainage, it was happening with a lot of people at the time.
Yeah,
the battery
because they
thing died out.
Put an on-off switch on it.
Yeah, that's right. So take note, Bandai.
Yeah.
Um,
Gaia memories are always a good one.
Yeah, those are
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, it was. I only got the what is that? The 10-year anniversary version. What's that called?
The
Super
double
Best?
driver? Super Best?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the double
Super
driver.
Best.
Yeah. I only got that one. I didn't collect. I wasn't collecting at the time, so I only got the main 6.
That's good.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
What else? Let's go through all the sound gimmicks in.
Oh, you know
Riot.
which ones suck? Icons.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
Those are bad.
Fucking
Those are just bad.
Christ.
I may be
What do you
named
mean?
after.
It gave you the brand.
I may be the gay icon, but I can admit that icons are bad. Okay.
So
are
basically, you're saying that you're bad
Oh, I mean, we knew that.
or badass.
That's nothing new, right? Yeah, they just click. That's all they do.
It does, yeah.
Fun
And also, even in the pin system in the driver, it was barely there's like one unique sound, and then when you crank up this, like when you change whatever, it's just the same sound. The Omega Drive, the same sound. Nothing, nothing inspiring. So that whole gimmick line was
Because then
uninspiring.
you had ones. You had
With the Grateful one.
There you go, the Grateful one. That one had lights and sounds, and that one was immediately better than literally everything that came before it.
Yeah.
So,
And then he had the
How about the
icon
Legend
meter
Rider
for
ones?
some reason. That was a gimmick.
yeah, I
The
mean, the
Legend
Legend
Rider
Rider ones look cool, but they don't do anything.
Yeah.
So, that's another thing. Okay, Legend heroes in the gimmick item. Okay, I don't mind if you want to do that. Okay, that's fine. But don't just give them one freaking generic ass sound and then call it a day. Do not
That's
do
right.
that.
Got that for
Either-
ship cars?
Either reuse their old driver noises and just kind of remix them to fit the theme of whatever the frick you're doing, or hell, just port the old sounds. That's fine.
Yeah.
But don't just give me like some Kamen Rider sound
Yeah,
and then
that was that was on the icons. That was on the shift cards. What else did that? Did they do that for the wizard rings?
Oh, you know what? The O's medals.
The O's medals? Okay.
Yeah.
The O's
think
medals
some-
ones were really bad because like you can all you could tell is just by what color plastic is what rider it was.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that double one is blue. Obviously, that's Luna Trigger. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? No. I don't
Yeah.
freaking know what half of these are. They only read in the Gamba Ride games. So
But the ones that did well, in my opinion, for the Progress keys was all right. They still have some.
Yeah, yes, I like them.
Prize keys. The more I'm getting them, the more I like them. Especially the Legend Rider ones. I like how they're doing it.
Yeah, and the
I get
Gashats
that.
were pretty. They're
Yeah.
pretty different in the sense as well. They.
Oh yeah,
also did-
Gashats. Those were neat too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously, the Ride Watches is the gimmick itself, so we can't really say that.
I will give the Ride Watches credit for all
All the
of-
main AC riders were retail. I didn't expect that.
all the main Heisei Riders were retail and they all had a unique sound.
Yeah.
They weren't like reused or anything.
It wasn't reused. They had their own different type of jingle, and whatever secondary, tertiary rider related to the main rider series, they had a remixed version, which is pretty. I could appreciate. But what other? Did Forze have Legend Rider? They did.
Yeah,
have.
they did. They
Yeah,
were
they
just,
had,
It
like,
was
the-
generic as
it
well.
was just their face on a button. and just
Oh,
clicked
that's
it.
right.
Mashin. Press on.
I have a
Um,
gold double one, and it's just like, why do you exist?
Why do I have this?
How about the Lock Seeds? They
Lock-
also kind
Seeds
of.
Cool.
Box seats were a good one too.
Yeah, but they didn't do all of it for the Heisei Riders. They just did a mix of
Did they?
Gashapon and
Oh yeah. Did they do like exclusive?
Candy
They
Toy.
did all of the riders though. They did
Yeah,
Heisei
they still
and
did it,
Showa
yeah.
Riders. They did They did a freaking Shocker Soldier. Lock seats are just good. I mean, there's a reason some of these like kept getting made after
Yeah.
their shows finished airing.
Mm. Okay, so what pin gimmicks do you think you appreciate that you still like, even though it's a pin gimmick? Which one do you prefer? Like pin, rail, whatever, like the non-sound
I like
one.
shift cards. It's me. I like shift cars.
Shift cars. That was my
It's
first.
like Hot Wheels.
Rider gimmick I collected.
Yeah, that makes sense. Toy cars are always fun.
It's very hard to choose because,
I mean, if you're a coin collector, I can definitely see the appeal in medals.
yeah,
So I can definitely get that.
I like them, yeah.
Yeah, I really want those.
I mean, they look cool. It's just disappointing that the designs aren't more distinguished.
yeah.
But they definitely look cool. They always look cool.
I want them one day.
Wizard rings. I actually like wizard rings.
They're nice on display.
Yeah, I wish they could fit my finger, but I will like
Oh
one of
gosh,
them.
Josh.
Oh my god, Josh, we get it, right?
Ah.
You like these? Oh, that's a
We'll get back
thing
to
I
that.
didn't know.
You notice none of us even mentioned it once. You wanna know why? They look like bootlegs. Okay, that's why.
I'm still gonna say Ryuso's are better than Regigi's, Josh. I don't care.
Oh, they have more paint. They don't have
Yeah.
they don't have sticker chests.
They're compatible with the Megazord.
A
Yes.
gimmick that's hard to collect and contain was full bottles.
Mm.
Oh yeah, full bottles.
The thing with the full bottles is they were way too ambitious.
Yeah, it was.
They
so...
went for 60 full bottles. They
Yeah.
could have easily. I know this still sounds ridiculous, but they could have gotten away with 30 in that show easy.
Yeah,
Like they
it was,
they did not need 60. That was like
I
whoa.
need to have 3 boxes full of trays to actually store the full bottles because you just can't put them in a nice display or anything like
Well,
that.
like unless you have the Pandora box, like with the panels.
Oh
and
yeah, I
stuff,
have that. Yeah.
which was a pain anyway because you had to get duplicates in order to make the proper box.
Yeah.
Like it was
And
just such a
yeah.
hassle.
And the releases too,
Yeah.
like Christmas and the other one
Mhm.
was like some exclusives and like.
Yeah, the white and black panel
Like
was.
there's still some I see every now and then, and I'm like, wait, that was one that exists. I don't even
Yeah.
remember this one. So
Because I don't
and
think Bill used all of them.
no, he never. No, there's no way he did.
He's like a quarter of them, I would say.
Yeah, he maybe used like the first 10 that were released, and then after that, they were like, okay, give him like the big sparkling, give everyone else some forms. Okay, He has genius. He has all the powers of all the bottles.
Yeah.
So, even though you've
What
never
was
seen them, so.
Cards are great.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
cards are always a solid gimmick.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, it was actually quite easily to collect in Ultraman when they did it for X and Orb, which was quite easily.
Orb is probably
scan
easiest
system, which is
thing,
pretty
right?
cool. Hey,
Orb, because like you had the card packs.
yeah, you had the card in Orb. Like, yeah, you had the card pass, and X was actually a duo gimmick at that time. It was usually the Spark Dolls as well as the cards, so it was quite an interesting gear at that time. But like, if you had to choose a favorite gimmick from Rider, what would you choose? Each of you tell us.
I think
You had
for
to
me,
choose one.
Drive's gimmick.
Yep.
I have the most majority of ship cards. I think I'm missing like some formula stuff. Yeah, it was like the one rider I had. Like,
And you liked it with the driver, the different
that's
sound,
fun.
all that stuff, and the infrared. Yeah. And then, how about yourself, Aerosol? What was your ultimate favorite gimmick?
There's just like fuck.
Oh, no.
I don't collect half of this.
That's okay. Like whatever.
The only
feels
one I really actively collected was O's,
Okay.
which is why I said I liked it. But like, God, I like. You mentioned cards. I think Blade was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know, man.
I like the hidden disc animals. They were cool. From Hibiki, the disc animals.
Oh yeah, I actually
yeah,
have some of those. Those are really fun.
I almost bought a bunch the other day because I've been watching Hibiki, and they had like the movie ones for like 1,200. I'm like, do I want it? I'm like,
Yes,
what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Grandpappy would be happy.
Yeah, Grandpappy would be happy. I would say in terms of Rider, I think just because of like how much fun you can have with all the possibilities of it is the Gaia memories.
Yeah, those are cool.
Like when they went back and like made Riders after O's
Yeah.
for the Gaia memories, and they went all the way to Wizard. Like I thought that was super cool. First of all, because I love Wizard, so I was happy he got a Gaia memory. And secondly, it's such an easy gimmick. Like that's just compatible. Like it's just fun to mess around. Like you can just pair a bunch of different jingles together and see how they all sound. It's really simple. You know, it's not overly complicated. You don't even really need the lights. The lights are a cool feature, but they're not necessary. You're just really looking for the sound combinations because they're all. I mean, it's always the same sound, but for some reason, it's just cool hearing like different combinations. Yeah. So I think that's like a really fun Rider gimmick. It's probably like my favorite that they've done.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what we love about like the sound gimmick, because the driver itself is an empty shell, and then the sound gimmick is just the one that you just put in and you can mix and match or whatever. Like these lines can make more and just put on the current, the old retro driver that was on, like gash packs. They can still make a 0-1 gash head if they wanted to, and we can still play with it. You know what I mean? Like that's a good example. Yeah. But Will, what's your favorite overall gimmick from Rider?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose one, probably the Gaia memories. I think for sure. because that's the one. I think I'm also a little biased because I think that was one of my first gimmick items I ever got. Because I got in right at Decade is when I started getting into Rider, and then so Double was like my first series that I was watching weekly, and so I didn't collect like the drivers or anything yet. I was only kind of like dipping my toes in the water as far as like the gimmick items. So I got like a few things. So I got some of like the Legend Rider ones, and just some of the sound ones, and they were always just fun to mess around with. So. Yeah, I think Gaia Memories are a solid gimmick item.
For me, it's a toss between Progress Keys and Gashats, but ultimately I'll choose the Gashats for this time being, just because they did the main Heisei Riders all DX, and then they also did a build DX as well.
Yeah, I would pick Progress Keys if they didn't screw over Wizard, O's, and freaking Agito.
Yeah, that was weird. I actually just watched a video on all of them today. I'm like, why is Agito O's and like why are some of them?
It's a shame. It's a shame.
You were this close to great.
This close.
Yeah. And the Gashats have just a couple of bit more sounds than what the Progress Keys do, but like I still like them both. It's just that I wish the Progress Keys had accommodated with all DX for the Heisei rights if they wanted to do it, and they could have done it. They didn't have to do retail. They could have done premium band. Like, so I'm not sure everybody's gonna buy the Legend Rider Progress Keys, because I see it all the time on sale in Hobby Japan and all that stuff. So it's just not that popular.
That's for the people like me at the end of the show that come in and sweep them up for 600 yen.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Or you get the premium Bandai that's not being sold, and then probably discounted at a certain price, and then you can sell them off.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So moving on to Sentai. Okay. All right.
There's only one clear answer. It's the discs from Shinkenger.
Yeah. Work with the mecha too.
Oh my god. That was the best answer you could have had for that. Oh my god. Talk about freaking most forgettable thing ever, right? What do you got, guys? Check it out. There's a mirror on my sword and it makes an animation.
So Sentai has been using they haven't been using a lot of sound gimmicks. I mean, the only main ones that I remember would be the Engine Souls and the Ninshurikens, right? Just because of what else is there? There is more, is there?
I mean, if you count the Karakuri balls, or
they have sounds?
No, not sounds, but
but they're like little formable things. So, I mean, I guess you could count them. You could kind of count them.
Maybe the power animals.
Yeah, the power animals were technically a gimmick. You have like the plates from Aba Ranger for each of the dinosaurs. You could count that as a gimmick, really. Maji Ranger, Bokenger, Geki Ranger. Wow, Sentai really doesn't use like the gimmicks all that much.
Yeah,
Ghost Ranger had the cards, which those were fine.
And headers for some reason.
Oh yeah, the headers.
The headers are counted as a sub gimmick, right?
Yeah.
Because they still attach to the weapons or whatever and makes different sounds.
Yeah.
So
and then there was something after Gokaiger or after Ghost Ranger. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, so
I don't think I have it.
Go Busters. The gimmick was the weapons, really. I mean, they didn't have one, but
yeah,
they just kind of kept Ranger keys going.
And then you had something that was way better than 2011's gimmick. They were called Ryu Souls. They were pretty great.
Yeah, those were pretty cool.
And I totally remember every single name of every single Ryu Soul out there.
Yeah,
and
I know a really good
freaking Q-Tama.
Oh, that's right.
I love Q-Tama.
Oh, Q-Tamas.
That's the worst. Who thought that was?
I love.
See,
thought that was.
I have a gripe with you,
Let's get a globe and jam it on your wrist. That's a good.
I just
Yeah,
like
sometimes, like-
the main 12. That's it. I don't care about anything else.
It's just the problem is the lack. The soundboard didn't contain as much sounds as I would like
Well,
to.
see, like the way it was made. Like,
Okay, see, the way Sentai does gimmicks is a little bit. It's less intuitive because they make gimmick items for stupid things.
Yep.
So it's like the Q Rangers are like, I need to cut the grass today. Here's the cut. Here's the Q Tama that lets me mow the lawn. Okay.
oh, yeah, they would have one. I wouldn't be
So
surprised.
it's like very specific things that you really don't need a special ability for.
Yeah.
And Sentai does that a lot. And it's just like,
Yeah, I noticed that.
yeah,
A lot
just
more than Ryder.
you don't need it for like really dumb things. Just make like 12 really good, abilities. So, and that was my problem. And that was my problem with the reinstalls too. After a while, like I can't remember half of them.
I know.
Like-
Hayaso.
Yeah, I know Haya Soul because that.
Hayaso.
Hiya. Hiya.
Hiya.
What's the gimmick after 2012?
2012 was Go Busters. They didn't have a gimmick.
Yeah.
And
What about the one after that?
And then Tokuger was the Russia. Which,
Yeah, I like Tokuger's version.
You skip
mean-
over batteries.
yeah, I don't.
like
Do those not
is-
count as a gimmick?
Is white Kevin listening? I don't want to say something scandalous. Do you like the batteries? I mean,
I like Josh's comment.
you keep your.
Damn.
That's a really solid
just
gimmick.
knocked it out of the park right there. That's probably the best gimmick.
Yeah, I mean, Judenshis are fine, but they're
click. They click.
yeah, they click. I mean, yeah. So I mean,
They click and they might glow in the dark.
yeah. It's like, hold on, let me turn off all the lights so I can see if this does the thing it's supposed to do.
Sometimes mine like stops midway through because I don't know if there's like an issue with like the actual joints or anything like that within the Judenchi. But it's alright. It's a pretty alright gimmick in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I mean, they're fine.
They're pretty like uninteresting if you don't have the max or the,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
the gun.
You know, the Kamen revolver, like on their own, they're just kind of like, eh. It's just it's basically the equivalent of having a pen.
downfall for some gimmicks. Like they don't have sounds and stuff. They need like the actual toy to rely on, or else they get kind of boring. in a
So
way.
do you see yourself seeing a Sentai doing sound gimmicks again?
They only did it twice, right? And they
They did
One
the last time they did
factor-
it was in Ninja. Do you think they will do something similar to that ever again?
I mean, I would like them to get back into that. I think that makes honestly, I think having the Zords be the gimmick makes perfect sense for Sentai because they always have the Zords. So like when Tokuger did it, I thought that was kind of cool that the
that
Russia,
was cool. I like that.
that the Russia were the gimmick. So it just got a little tricky because like when it came to like combinations and stuff, it was only like the front half.
What about the VS vehicles? They also kind of did.
Oh
Tokuger.
yes. Well, see.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Easily forgotten. For
Look,
some reason.
I'm trying to go by the Power Ranger adaptations, and that's so fucked nowadays. I can't even remember. I can't remember half of the shows anymore. Yeah, you know what? VS vehicles are cool. I wish they did more with them, but I do think the whole turning the dial thing on the dial fighter is cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Again, they're more fun when you interact with the VS changer. They're more when they have that element to them. But that's definitely a cool gimmick, and that's a good way to incorporate. Again, a good way of incorporating the Zords as the gimmick, which I think what Sentai needs to focus on. I mean, they're kind of doing it in Kiramager. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, that's their main attraction.
Kiramager is gimmick. The gem mixed with the Zord thing was kind of like with Jojo with the cube and the Zord thing. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
So they were going through that route, and it's working well. It's cute. I like it.
Mhm.
But what would be your favorite Sentai gimmick of all time, in your opinion? Each of you.
For me, it would have to be Q-Tama. I like them.
Okay.
The globes, little globes. Look neat.
No, I'm having a hard time thinking now.
Well,
I think
it's kind of like Will said. A lot of the gimmicks is just the mechs, so it's like I don't know.
I have a tie, and I have to choose one. Okay, I made a decision.
For the sake of just having an answer. And if only because I still have fond memories of them, the VS vehicles.
Okay.
I still really dig the way they look. I dig the way they function. I dig it. So I will go with the VS vehicles.
Okay. How about yourself, Mr. Aerosol?
Man, I don't know. Because I agree with what was said about the batteries. They're kind of the only like gimmick that I have because I have those mechs, right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that it's my favorite. Man, I don't want to say Ranger Keys. I just don't want to say it.
I just don't want to say it.
You'll be Josh's best friend.
Yeah, I don't know. This one is so much harder because they just don't stand out as much to me.
Yeah, they really don't. I watch Sentai for the robots, not the gimmicks.
Yeah, honestly. Robots are cool.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's fine.
You know what was kind of nice? What are the little globes called? Not the little animal globes from Gal Ranger.
Power crystals?
Yeah. I always liked those. I don't have any of them, and I wish I did. You should say it.
Josh.
He just did the globes.
Yeah, the globes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so my answer is it was initially a tie between the Reshas and the VS vehicles. The one I chose over the other is the Reshas, just because I like trains, but also they did the Legend Sentai Reshas, so they were compatible with the actual changer as well as different heads for Tokyo. So they did one for
as well as a Deno one, because why not?
Yeah, and the Deno one, which I really appreciate, even though that was a weird combination of the legs. Yeah. That was a great thing, and that was my first collectible Sentai gimmick anyway. But I liked what they did for Reshas and the VS vehicles. So the VS vehicles is my second. But otherwise, okay. Just in summary, what would you want to expect to see in the rider gimmick, the next one? Just think of something. What do you want in the rider gimmick next?
Dino Rider 2020.
So what kind of gimmick would you look for in that one?
I don't know, fossils.
Okay.
When are we getting those eggs? When are those eggs coming to Riders? It's gonna be one of these days. Riders finally gonna get an egg gimmick.
Yeah. Aerosol, what do you want to see in the rider gimmick?
Shoot, I'm literally just looking around my room to find just random objects.
Yeah, that's fine.
That I could turn into some sort of gimmick. I don't know, man.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, I think keep the sounds and lights.
Yes.
Because that works. That's always more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do key anymore, please. We got enough of those.
Keys are old and busted. It's all about the new hotness, which is literally anything else.
Oh, well, we had lock seeds, but then again, more locks. How about that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Just keep the way to keys.
You know, I'm really surprised that Sentai never did cards again.
Yeah, they only did it
like-
with Basic.
Cards as a gimmick is such a big thing. It's weird that Sentai never did it more than once. I don't know.
I mean, we
Yeah.
could see that happen.
Ryder did it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Rookie played. Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I mean, they kept Daiso around a while,
Hmm.
but it was never like a central gimmick or anything. But I think that would be cool to see cards come back in Sentai. Yeah, those would be fun.
For me, I would bring back bring back semi Gaia memory kind of thing. Bring back like some sort of like a floppy disk kind of thing with sounds in it, and even like a scannable gimmick as well. So a duo gimmick, I would like that. And I would actually like it. Doesn't have to on the, like I don't know if can we bring back riders without the belts? I don't know how that works. We can make the main rider without a belt, and then after that, the secondary can have a belt.
Last time they tried that was Hibiki, and it didn't go too well.
It didn't go too well. Let's try it again. Let's try again.
It's like, let's try giving the main rider a tuning fork again. Let's see if that works.
Let's try that again.
It's like, what sales flopped, and we have to revamp the series 30 episodes in? Damn it!
Yeah. And for Sentai, bring back. Yeah, I do agree with Aerosol. Bring back the cards, because they can do a lot with it with the 45-year anniversary next year.
I think
But yeah.
especially now with like mobile apps and stuff, because like Megaforce did the card gimmick in a really cool way where you could scan the cards and it would unlock things in the app.
Yeah.
It was never anything overly interesting. It was just a bunch of game footage. But it was a cool concept that you could scan the cards and they could initiate something in the app. And I think especially nowadays, with how far apps have come in terms of play with kids, I think that would be really cool to see integrated.
If I was Bandai, I would do some sort of redeeming point system. So you buy the cards, and after that, you scan it into the app. Then after when you accumulate some sort of some point, then you redeem those points and get like exclusive items, which is not going to be good for us, obviously. But like, you know what I mean? Like, get the cards so you can get exclusive items.
If they did like a Legacy Wars style game, and like the cards build up points so you can unlock like card exclusive content, that would be cool because it gives you an incentive for buying all the toys, even if it's for digital content. And it's honestly easier to do that, I think, because you don't have to create something physical. Creating something digitally is always a lot easier for distribution. So,
but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We've covered most of Sentai and Rider. So this week we're going to be skipping fashion passion question that can be covered on the streets later on today. So it's time for you're going to say this, Tommy. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there we go.
Oh, I have to do my bit. Close MAGMA. It's my bit in the show.
Yeah,
right?
close MAGMA. Yeah, we're just closing up early because it's already 28 minutes till the street starts. So,
I should probably set up the stream for that, shouldn't I?
Thanks, Aerosol, Will, for dropping in by.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Shout out to me and Tommy, which is, which I really appreciate. And also check out Jurassic
Samurai.
Samurai.
Galardo 83.
Yes. He need to thank Will because he got in touch with Jurassic Samurai.
Don't thank me. I didn't do shit. All I did was like, hey, Galardo, can you make these guys a logo, please?
Yeah.
Like,
Get the connection. I mean, networking really, it's really important within the community.
Galardo's been doing all the RRR graphics for as long as the show's been on. It only made sense for him to make something for you guys.
Yeah.
So
I'll personally thank him when I see him.
Yeah, make sure you guys are following him. He makes great graphics.
Yeah, he does.
Anything. So make sure you guys are following him.
So make sure if he does an artwork, just give him a shout out or whatever commission he's asking for.
Retweet him, whatever. Hit him up for commissions and stuff.
That's right.
He's very talented. talented, y'all.
And be sure to follow the social media amongst the breakdown as well as the streets. Be on standby for the streets. Just take a break, go to the toilet, have something to snack, because you're in for a ride for sure. Also, shameless plug, follow my Instagram, Spring Rolls Customs. I do random stuff over there, hauls, customs, Marvel, anime, whatever. Also, next week, we're gonna have a new Prognosatsu topic, so follow the Discord. Please leave a response. It'll be fun to get back to you guys. I know maybe it might be tedious for you guys to type up something, but it's fun. We'll respond
Even
back.
one word. That'll be fun.
Yeah, even one word, even a full stop, even just like say blah.
Type a response, and we'll just read every fourth word.
Yeah. Or
So
even
there you
like, even if we don't like it, then we'll just leave on the screen. You
I mean,
guys
if we
know.
don't like it, we're just not gonna read it. That's just how this goes. So,
But yeah, thanks guys. We will see you next week. Okay, we'll be
Bye,
back at
guys.
normal time. 9 o'clock.
bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.